Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Mark from Solar Games, and today, I'm bringing to you the patron drop for special for May. All right, so what's going to happen here is that we're going to do a special Grand Archives drop. I actually thought all of these boxes I was ordering are going to come a little bit later, but they actually arrived kind of early. So I figured this game is pretty hot right now. I have a lot of patrons who are really interested in this product. I'm just going to I have enough on hand. I feel like I can make sure everybody who wants some Grand Archive is able to get it. So I'm going to drop this kind of early. This was supposed to be a June drop, so it's going to be May. Now, first of all, if you're a patron and you've already made your purchase for May, do not worry. I will cover the shipping and I'll just ship you another box for Grand Archive. I want people to play this game so much that I'm willing to just make sure that everyone has access to it if you want to, okay? And probably what everyone's waiting for, right? The pricing. So here's what we're gonna do. We have the Ultra Edition booster boxes and we have the Ultra Edition starter decks. And for the people who have like the starter decks from the Kickstarter, you've probably never seen the Sylvie starter deck. This is kind of like your Tamer, Beastmaster / Pokemon Trainer starter deck. So what we're gonna do is I want to first have an option for people who really want to play this game. Again, I want everybody who want to be able to try the game and be able to kind of understand why I like it so much and then be able to kind of evangelize out there for all their friends, etc. So what I'm going to offer you is one of each of these decks. So that's the 3-deck set of the Lorraine, the Rye, and the Sylvie deck, plus 2 of these Ultra Edition booster boxes. And I'm going to give that to the patrons at $230 shipped, all inclusive. So that's about like 45 for each of these decks and 95 for the boxes. And I think I'm knocking down like $5 or something like that from the total. That's going to be limited 1 per patron, and that's option 1. The whole idea here is if you're not sure about Grand Archive, you're used to playing other games like Magic or something else, but you want to give it a go. $230, in my opinion, it's not that much. It's kind of like what we pay for one small dinky collector's boosters in Magic, and you can actually have enough cards to not only have 3 decks, but also have supplemental cards that you pull from here to really start advancing and upgrading your current decks. I think that's a good number to start with, and that way you're not too deep into the game, so there's that. For the patrons who kind of know exactly what you want, you want to have a little more freedom, what I'm going to offer you is the ability to buy this entire case. So I think the one I have here is already open, so some patrons may get an entire case of these kind of decks already open. I'm sorry about that. We'll see what happens. I'm hoping I can just ship these for the patrons that only want 1 copy of this deck. Anywho, you can buy, for option 2, you can buy up to 3 sets of all 3 decks. So I'm not going to break up the decks. I'm not going to sell people like 19 Rye decks because really that messes with my numbers. But let's do like, you can buy 1 set of 3, 2 sets of 3, or 3 sets of 3. So that's the whole case. And if you buy 3 sets of 3, of course, I'm just going to ship you the whole case. And that's going to be $45 each set of 3. So whatever that calculates to, I think it's like $135 for a set of 3, like the whole case. There's that, okay? And then on top of that, you can also order up to 3 of these Ultra Edition booster boxes. So these are going to be $95 each. You know, that's just what it is. And feel free to mix and match. If you want to get a full case of this, 9 decks, plus 3 of these booster boxes, totally happy to do that. And just, again, same thing. You figure out what the cost is. And then, yeah. And I think that's it. I would have offered patrons the ability to buy a full case of Ultra Editions, but as you can see on the market right now, this thing is pretty hard to get your hands on. So I wasn't able to get enough inventory to be able to do that for all the patrons. And yes, there will be another print coming, I think, probably shipping around like July, August time frame. And sure, like you can probably wait until then. The prices should come down by then because everyone's going to be gearing up to buy Fractured Crown. But we have no clue what the print numbers are going to be for that second wave, and we have no clue if any of that's really going to like come in time, and you're going to have to wait 3 months or whatever until then. So right now, I feel like 95 is a pretty fair price for the Ultra Editions. Market price I'm seeing everywhere is around 100 and higher. Like I think TCG Player currently has 1 box at 100, and next box is 105. So I'm offering a pretty good deal for all of my patrons. Again, part of this is I just want everyone to try the game. I want everyone to try the game and experience it. And look, if you guys really like this and you order a ton from me, I will try to gear up for the reprint, and I'll have cases ready for all the patrons, or maybe even more than that if people want it, ready maybe around that like reorder, restock time. We'll figure out exactly when that's going to be and how many I have then, but I can't promise or guarantee any prices right now because I have no clue if I will even get any, right? Most stores are going to kind of like want to hold all their inventory, and I probably want to hold some of my inventory as well long term. But right now for this first run, I'm just going to sell everything to you guys because I, again, want everyone to have it. Now, if people don't buy it, it's fine. I'll just hold on to it. I love this game, and I feel like, you know, these boxes are going to do fine long term for me anyways. So there's that. I think that's it. And for those people who are interested in Grand Archive, don't understand what it is, there's a ton of videos out there in the YouTubes for you to really discover it. I've done a kind of like a first look at Grand Archive type of video. I think the game is amazing. I think the fact that the cards are super high quality. I see the team that's behind the game is very, 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 very knowledgeable. They're serious, and they are just, they have this like knack for attention for detail that I really can appreciate, right? The quality of the cards are there. The way that they built the game is there. The game is easy to learn. I feel like I can teach anybody really in like 20 minutes. You can figure out the whole entire game and you could be pretty proficient at it. And so what I'm going to do on the channel is I'm going to be doing a kind of like a teaching thing for people. So like a little like how to play. And then of course we're going to do a full review of the game once I have a little bit more time. It's just a full review, especially at the way that I want to do the editing. It takes a little bit more time. That's why it's just hasn't been released yet, but it's coming. And it's I think it's the way I think about things is like this, right? Like I've been approached by a lot of like, you know, advertisers, whatever, to say, hey, you know, can you promote XYZ? Pretty much I just say no to everybody, right? And Grand Archive is not paying me to do any of this stuff. I'm doing it because I truly believe in the product. And I'm one of those people where I would never promote anything unless I truly believe it. And honestly, at that point, it's just a free advertisement for them anyways. But, you know, there's that. So that's how I feel. That's who I am. And that will be who I will always be. And the fact that I have my Patreon, I have my normal job, makes it so that I don't have to rely on like, you know, promoting this or that, or kind of like basically sucking up to like, you know, whatever type of advertiser out there. So it's kind of nice to have that freedom and a capability. So there's that. Anyways, that's the patron special. If you are not a patron and you would like to have access to this product, honestly, if you want to subscribe for a month and then you're like out next month because you don't see any value in holding the thing, I don't care. You can do whatever you want, right? Of course, I want long-term patrons who trust me, who believe in me, who want to support me. But if you just want to come and hang out and buy a set of boxes so you can have Grand Archive, honestly, I'm okay with that too, because I think I really, truly want people to play this game. It's a lot better than a card game, and it's been a while since I've seen a card game that's both good on the collector front and really, really good on the playing front too. And I can tell you right now, I do not build standard decks. I don't build modern decks for Magic, but I've started building decks for this game. That's how seriously cool this game is. So don't miss out. It is what it is. The price is actually pretty good for this game. It's not too, I don't think it's too crazy, but you know, especially when you compare it, I guess, to like Magic or something else. But yeah, there's that. Mark Solar Games. I'm hoping everyone gives it a shot, and you know, to my patrons, I'm really happy that you guys see the value of this thing too, and I'm very excited to bring this to you and to be able to share this, I guess, love for a new game with everyone here on my Patreon. So thank you so much, Mark Solar Games. I'll see you next time, and stay classy. Go play some Grand Archive, guys. It's really fun.